Welcome, guys and girls. I'm Rog, your host, not Rog or a man, but I prefer. Still robbed of all my possession. As you have seen the likes in the last duel. Wrecked. I was wrecked. I didn't play any games against a real opponent for a long time. So, today I am going to run our energy deck. Just because I feel like it's the best deck to run against Nai, and since all of our opponents are abandoning at this point, I just feel it's the best one to run. They seem to use a lot of -4, in the black or 5 cards. So whatever, dude. I don't even care at this point. I keep winning, losing again, losing ranks against Naive, who abandons at the start. So, whatever. Yeah, sound a bit desperate? I am. And he didn't abandon yet. Yuppie! I feel great already. Against white and blue, whatever. But hey, he's still there. Maybe he has insomnia like me? No, just kidding. I'll sleep like a baby when I'm gonna go to bed. I know it. So, free card. Blue, white and black. Guess you know what you're doing. First, it's your turn to shine. Get my run some flying some cards. No, the flying is gonna come for Katush, but you know what I mean. So, our opponent's still there. That is great. You know, like in my line of work, you have 6 days of works, only Sunday to relax. It's just not enough. No, really, you don't get enough. Your leg still hurts on a Monday and stuff like that. Come on, man. Get real. You gain like a minimum wage too. Well, I know. In the summer, I'm still studying things like that. So I'm just doing this for some quick cash to get the apartment or even the study cost out. But hey, even I speak 3 languages currently: Russian, French, English. And I do think my English is good enough. If you count on the diplomas I get, I am C1 in English, at least in writing, because they are not really testing the speech. You know, it's not online, but it's something like this. It's there are some few tests online for the your current level, and in writing I'm good enough. And don't even get the card, right? In writing I'm C1, but in speaking, in current speaking, I am actually C1 too, because I'm able to translate everything that there are people saying, stuff like that. But speak myself, this is why I'm running this channel, to be able to speak currently. No, because my vocabulary is not great, that will be exaggerating, but I know what I'm talking about. No, reading books, things like that. I know what it's about. I know. But currently speaking, I had some trouble. Since my line of work, there's a lot of strangers who speak like American English. You know, it's not the classic American like the New York or stuff like that, where you speak normally, you know, it's like more Indian or things or Chinese, where they think you speak English, but I don't think we are. It's more things like that. So well, I'm able to understand them, but sometimes they're just making it weird. And sometimes there are some strangers who come from the, you know, since I'm in the European, how do you call it? Union? Yeah, EU, you know, the European Union. There are some people who come in my, in our shop. I like to call it my shop, but it's not. It's like a big center with all you need, like pharmacy, press, optical center, stuff like that. And they speak only their own English, like Portuguese. Like, hey, well, they come to me and they ask for something. I'm like, yeah, what do you need? You can ask me in French, English, or Russian. Come on. And like, Portuguese. Like, yeah, whatever. Go see someone else, because Portuguese you'll be looking for a long time. We do have some Portuguese people in our shop, but again, not me, and they're like, they're not even trying, you know, they're showing with their hand and things like that. Sometimes the people are using at least Google Translate, you know, and the phone is 3G at this point, everyone has it, so you should be able to do it. It's like showing with their hands and things like that, they're not even trying. I say, yeah, whatever. I can understand, sorry. See you later. Portuguese. Yeah, I know it's a bit disrespectful to the person, but man, I'm sorry. You go for in a foreign country, you get over at least one country. Over, like Spanish, I learned Spanish at school. Just say that, so I can somewhat understand the Spanish, but man, Portuguese, yeah. I did have the colleague who works with me, who is also Portuguese, also Spanish and Italian. He speaks like French, well, a little bit, but French, Spanish, and Italian. He was desperate too. He asked me. I'm like, oh, sorry, I can understand what you're saying. Well, to be fair, I didn't even try to understand what she was saying, because, well, it felt like just the right thing to do. Or best or worst, huh? I'm not trying to judge this person, but even me, when I came I was a teenager. I was like 14 years old when I came to the European country. I was from Russia at the start. I was 14, and I spent 2 years to learn French to come to the French-speaking country. So I did do my schoolwork, but well, they were not even trying. The space I'm working at is how do you call frontier, I guess. That's all. No, separating part from the countries, just on the frontier. So there's a lot of Switzerland people who comes buy their things. So I do have even actually the, how do you call it, the Deutsch, well, you know, the German language. I can understand some bits and pieces from the Alsace, because I was just from my culture, you know, I had a friend who was German. I have a lot of since I'm running on the frontier of the Switzerland, I have some understanding of the German language. I learned it at school, because I learned at the college, you know, the high school for the USA people. I learned, yeah, big word for it, German and Spanish. Well, English I don't count because I wasn't English, advanced English, you know, the one who was like the level of the nationals. Oh, no, that would be lying. It was not the level of the nationals. But also B2, you know, the things when I go to university, go to learn the C1. Well, the university gave me B2, you know, it's the level above, and when I learned, I spent my last summer, not this one, the last before, doing the English. So I get myself to the C1, at least in written. And I have like the graphics for the adjective, the synonyms to describe your feelings more precisely and stuff, things like that. But in university it was great. My first 2 years, I get my B2, and then the next years they were just nothing. They were not teaching you anything in English, just at all. We had a professor who gave us some notes, but that was all. Just he had the notes written in English, and when he was speaking in French, so yeah. I feel like I'm talking too much, not paying enough attention to our game. But that happens. At this point I'm just whatever, man. He's still there. That's all I can tell. And he's running the Mindbreaker, right? No, Disciple of the Ring. So he wants to counter my cards, but I don't have any cards. So he have a few times to wait. I can kill him. I can use his damage, but that's all. So I'm not even gonna try. And to be fair, the professor who teach me English in my third year of the license for civil engineering, he could speak Russian. Weirdly enough, and I'm Russian, so he had some talking, I guess, about it. Whenever you can't spell, I have to remember that. And next turn I will just scry the hell out of my cards. Because I have so many counters and I don't have any way to use them. Feels bad. Give me my hard with hacks proof and I'll show you how it's done. So my professor, he could speak French, Russian and Arab. He tried to learn me Arab at some point. I just couldn't understand what he was saying. But that he said if you can say giri giri or gere gere or something like that, it means pumpkin in Arab. You can speak all over languages, but I don't think he knew what he spoke of, because I can say giri giri, go giri giri, whatever, but I still can speak all the languages in the world. But to be fair, he were a good teacher. And since I wasn't English advanced, even the university, we were like five in room. He didn't ask us to use our vocabulary and stuff like that. He showed us images of people and things like that, and to tell us what they thought about them. You know, like what creature do we belong to? What did they do to real lives? So it's more of the thinking one, just pure understanding of the vocabulary. Vocabulary, right? Yeah. Because the most of English classes you just get to learn the irregular verbs, the vocabulary like 50 words per week or things like that. It doesn't matter. At this point, if you can actually read the books, why? Why should you ever worry about the vocabulary? And I'm gonna use the idle large just to cycle and get a card. I'm going to continue block and use the effect of the theorist. Scry, because I have so many counters. And I'm gonna stop the time and scry again. Don't need any more lands. So I'll just give my turtle flight, I think. Yeah. Get the card out for it. The same price. But he was great. Sincerely, I think that professor was great. Yeah, he told us we will go at the B2 at the end of the class, but hey. You gone before, you gone past it. Sincerely, since you're like 5 in the classroom with the professor, you just get past it. You don't get B or B2 or something like that. I promise you get past it because you can just speak freely, you know. Even when he asks you for the homework and things like that, you know, how do you call it? You already know what he's talking about, you know. It's just Eminem said, just the feeling you get, right? Yeah, I know. See, Eminem is not that classy, but man, come on. Great man. Sincerely, I'm here to find a rocker like that. Well, not rocker, rapper like that, I guess. But you do get what I mean. Yes, I'm going to pay to buff our turtle. So go get our artifact flying out with a swooper. He can just block them, he can kill them. Huh? So, let's speak about my great years in the university. At this point, it's the only thing I can speak to you about. Now I'm finished. Let's say the English stopped in the second license of my civil engineering. You know, the kind of the building, how much weight it can support, stuff like that. In the third year, there's just no English at all. And now I'm going to run the master, and I should be able to run some how do you call it, modelizing programs, stuff like that. Here and yeah, modelizing programs in a way you sorry, still smoking. It's don't do drugs, right? Modelizing program with CAD, CAD, which are in English written, of course, like all the programs at this point. And you can do the 3D with it, but it's bad. Sorry, it's bad. In my laptop is good enough for school, but it's lagging like hell. So I'll not advertise it, I guess. And I am having 27 energy counters, and I can do Jack S word, you know what means poop with it. I'm gonna try like Chippy Couch run some child-friendly content, but come on, at some point just BS. BS stands for Bulls Poop. Well, you know the meaning. Why are you not using your... Yeah, whatever. I don't even... Let's just say I'm tired, alright? I told you before, one day of rest for the rest of the week is not enough. To be fair, I go, let's say, I'm living at least like 9 kilometers from my work, and every morning I go by bicycle. No, by the... I have to do some work to actually get to work. It takes me 20 to 25 minutes. So I spend at least 1 hour of sport per day to do this. Then my actual work is somewhat physical. I get sometimes stiff shoulders and things like that. And then my favorite group is playing in midnight and I have to start work at 5 in the morning. Yeah, I know, I'm still salty about that. Especially when I see some people walking with their shirt around. The good point is I have 34 energy calories at this point, but I can't do jack shit again this time. Yeah, life is life, right? Life is life. Ba ba ba. Actually, today I thought about recording my own custom-made music for my magic videos. You know, like the Kachirayuki and things like that. You know, when I just sing like la 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 over a preset piano recording, and you know. And so for the post I had the software. I'm not getting more lands. Yeah. Oh, I'm just feeling a bit tired, so I think about considering this one, but I feel with all the scries I will get, well, I'll be able to get it through, you know. But I am running blue and red. What the fuck am I? Sorry. Children, don't use this word at home. Green and blue deck. So I know I have the one that summons the tokens with 6/6 trample for 8. Yeah, that doesn't matter because I will not lose more than one of them to this dude. What were I about to say? Yes, I know that I'm running the one that summons the creatures from the counters for 6 or 8. It's a 6/6 trample. Let's get it. Just told you before, whatever. And I've yeah, again, whatever. At this point I'm just staggering. Staggering? No, not the right word. Keeping it longer, I guess. I can scry. It doesn't matter. But again, whatever. Huh. It will make me able to draw a card. And we can't kill his stuff. We could sacrifice our Thopter to his zombie, but that's about it. And this one to this one. But the rogue that we are going to draw or not, huh? As I told you before, you who enters there abandon all hope. You know, it's from the Tolkien when we entered the grove. The cave of the undead is his word. It's what is written on the top of it. You who enter there abandon all hope. And I forgot to scry with it. And we are dead. Well, why am I losing right now? Can you tell me, please? Maybe because I'm talking too much and making more errors than ever. But I don't think it's that. I think again, as I told you before, I'm playing against the people who actually knows how to play. Since I saw in his deck, he was running a lot of pretty dumb powerful creatures. Well, not really, but again, when you're running decks of 60 cards, it's not that good commander where you get only one of each. Well, I was your host, Rogue, Blood Rogue, or Roman. We have lost 10 rankings from the last recording. Well, technically it was 9. So, thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Take it easy. Bye bye.